Wilson Brothers Ranch.
Okay, episode 13. It is September of 2014. And my reason to fly back to Montana for a quick trip is to kind of get the garage back in order. So I fly to Montana. Wes has grabbed Old Yeller in the truck and dropped it off at the airport. So I pick it up and I drive out to the ranch. And first thing I do is you can see the solar panel out there with the well as I go turn the well on so I can get some water, get it going. So I do that. The grass is still somewhat mowed from this summer. At that time I was only having to mow grass that I wanted mowed like once a year, and it would stay pretty much under control. First thing I did is jump in Old Yeller and drive around on the ranch and wanted to check out the fence, make sure everything was good with it. So make sure there wasn't any trees falling across it or things like that. That's kind of like my go-to thing every time when I get there. Is like within the first day I try to make the round all the way around the ranch and check the whole fence line and make sure there's not a hole in it or something fall on it, that type of thing. So moving on to the garage. So at this time my main tool of choice is the Craftsman 19.2 volt cordless tools. Got a bunch of them. This is what I use to build and do things. So everything was so disorganized and piled in those containers, so I had to get this garage in order. So you can see that I've made this shelf up here and I've got everything either under the workbench, on the workbench, or on that top shelf up there. After having to rebuild from that tornado coming through the garage, now I'm getting a pegboard up on the back wall so I can hang on my tools nice and neat. Picked up these magnets, like you see some of the things are hanging from magnets. It's just easier to do it that way. I picked those up at Harbor Freight. Just try to stay organized. It's the only way you can go find the tool you need when you need it. Got that. Picked up these shelves at Walmart, put them together. They're pretty strong. They're still there today, and it's 10 years ago. So got these bins at Walmart. It's easier to just throw miscellaneous stuff or plumbing stuff. It's just easier to grab this off the shelf, yank the lid off, and get into one of these buckets and find what you need. This toolbox I picked up at Sam's. It was like kind of one of the deals you couldn't beat. It was like $400. It's got all these small drawers to the right. It's got this big opening in the center and these drawers over here on the left. It's a pretty thick wooden top and it rolls around pretty easy. It's not the best quality in the world, but for $400, keep a lot of tools in there organized, I can tell you that. Well, back here on the land, you can see the difference between the brown grass and the green grass. You see these two deer standing here? So they're always, everywhere I've mowed the grass, it comes up with these good, thick green chunks, and the deer love them. Can't keep the deer off of them. So that's one of the reasons I like mowing the grass out there. It makes the grass come back thicker and greener, and I think there's more nutrients in it, and the deer really like it, and I enjoy watching the deer. So the more deer I can have walking around, you can see here is two mamas and their two babies walking around. The four of them, they like this, they like what grows after you mow. So that's one of the reasons I mow. It's for the wildlife. There's quite a few deer just walking up the side of this hill eating. Just kind of watching a couple little bucks, young bucks, and a couple of does walking around. Now here's a little video of 3 little bucks, and the two there are probably about 2.5 years old, and you can see they're just learning how to spar. They're just learning how to do it. So that third one, the small one's watching the older two. It'll probably be another year or two before they even try to mate anything. Well, on my way back to the airport, I stopped and took this picture, and just always been in love with this place since day one. I think it's a beautiful place, and hope to see many, many more days with the sky like this. Well, guys, that's it for this one. So I know it was short, sweet, but we got some bigger ones coming up. So stay tuned.
If you feel we've earned it, give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching and see you next time.